You got to get out of areas where you're not celebrated. Not a coincidence that most of the times when people support you, it comes from, strangers, people that you least know. I mean, half the times it's the people that support you the most generally are not the people that live in your hometown. It's not your closest buddies, friends, or whatever you want to call it. It's typically people that you don't know. When you elevate, you lose friends. People change and they don't come with you. Or, you don't want to be surrounded by people that aren't trying to elevate, that aren't trying to better themselves. And so you get in this weird spot where you're not where you want to be, but you're making changes, so you're not the same person. And so you're just kind of like in the middle where it's like you don't want to be doing the same shit that they do. You don't want to make your whole life just about trying to fuck on somebody. You become an unstoppable force when you focus on yourself. And this is why relationships are a distraction. It is very, very seldom is a guy able to be in a relationship and then maintain that focus on his goals and his priorities and what he needs to do. Now, it's different if you have somebody on your side that you both are pushing towards the same things, but that is so hard to find. It is very rare where it's like, okay, we both are on some like, let's make each other better type shit. But half the time it's like, we have to go on different dates and, I have to give you my time and, you want my attention here and this and that. And there's not a problem with that. There's nothing wrong with anything that people do. Honestly, what people do, it does not matter. It's about how you go about it. And it's just like when you get to lying. And I mean, I'm 28, right? I am grown as hell. At this point, there is nothing to lie about. There's absolutely nothing to lie about. If I'm with a shorty and she just like, I just want to explore my options. I want to keep my options open. Like, I like dating around, doing that. I'm cool with that. But don't come to the table telling me like you want this and I just want to be about you and and you're not even on that, because I'm not even going to look at you any different if you just come to me like that. Let's just enjoy moments until there's no more moments that can be enjoyed. And that's why for some people they don't know how to do that, because if you have to lie to get what you want, that's like some of the weakest shit. You got to let people miss out on you. What ends up happening is like you end up liking somebody and then they don't want you the same, but it's like you got to let people go be what they type. So 9 times out of 10, you really wasn't they type. And like, relationships are based off how the two people want it to be. So you don't have to follow everybody else's ideologies. You don't have to think how other people think. You literally make it what you guys want it to be. And sometimes people are just not compatible. It doesn't matter how good you look. If you are not compatible, it's never going to work. And that doesn't make you any less worthy. And it's sometimes it's hard to decipher the difference, because it's like, why doesn't this person understand? Or, why don't they get it? And it's just not for you. It's just not for you, because I promise you, when you just go branch off and you start dealing with different people, and then you like, damn, like I wasn't the problem. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't look at yourself and say there isn't things that you can work on and things that you could change about yourself. But a lot of times you invest so much effort and time into somebody, and then when it doesn't work, it is really hard to let that investment go. And things are a lot better when you don't need it. Like when you're looking for an apartment and you already have one, you're able to make a better decision versus like, man, I'll just take anything. Or when you already have a vehicle and you're trying to get something new, you don't have to rush and like, because you already have it, right? It's the same thing with our paychecks. And I'm not saying we don't need our money. We always need the money. But when you know that you can make it through the week or the next month and you don't have to check your bank account and you know that money is coming in there, it's always going to be a better situation. And so the point is, when you're not needy, things are always better. Things always flow. And it's your atmosphere is better energy, better spirit. Even with women or relationships, like when you don't need them, then you can really like pick people that come into your atmosphere. When you deal with people that are actually interested in you, that actually have some curiosity, that actually want to get to know you, you're going to be in better situations. I always say, put yourself in positions to be successful. And a lot of times you deal with people that they're not even interested in you. Stop playing the game at a disadvantage. If you don't have money in your bank, if you don't have your own crib, if you don't have your own vehicle, if you don't have nothing going on, dating should not be on your list of things that you want to do. Yeah, of course you want to be caked up with somebody. Yeah, I know everybody want to, like, I get it. I understand. But take that time to just focus on you, because the game is going to get so much easier. You don't even have a crib that you could take shorty back to. and you worried about what she's doing and where she's going, and you don't even got shit going on, and then you're chasing people that aren't even interested in you. Like when somebody likes you, they make it easy for you, and they're not going to make it difficult. They're going to call you back. They're going to want to talk to you. They're going to reach out. You got to let your ego go. You're not going to be everybody's cup of tea. And that's okay. The projections that people put on you is not your responsibility. You don't have to carry the weight that people want to put on you. Right? You really got to be mentally strong. Like, everybody is not going to like you, right? And here's the thing. You don't even have to agree with all of my views, my perspectives. But if we can't even like have the conversations about just whatever, then that's not even somebody that you even really want to engage with. You know, the game gets so much more funner and better when you just are playing at an even playing level. I'm really big on going to the gym, but it's not about getting super jacked. It's just about discipline. It's just about not being average. You know, I got tired of being treated like a lame. When you don't think like everybody else, they're going to look at you like, what's wrong with this person? Like, people are going to look at you funny because you don't go out every weekend and drink. And there's nothing wrong with that if that's the lifestyle and what you want to do. There is something for everybody in this world. All right. So you don't ever have to fall to peer pressure and feel like you have to do something because everybody else is doing it. You know, they're going to look at you like you a square or like you lame. And it's like, whole time I got a plan. I'm going to stick to it and I know where I'm headed. Right. And if that makes me lame, cool. Because, bro, we are going to see 5 years, 10 years from now where people are, and you're going to be like, damn. So you got to let people do what they do, bro. Everything is going to catch up to you. I promise you. Whatever you want is out there. It really is. Like, if you want to get married, like, you can find that. For me, I just think it's hard for me to kind of know some of the things that I know, the things that I've been through, for me to really, like, put my all into somebody. And what I mean by put my all in is just be like, yo, we're going to be together forever. We're locked in. And like, I think a guy only is going to do that like one time in his life, maybe twice. I like to enjoy moments. Like, I'm not pushing the issue. I'm not really worried about what you do when you're not with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trusting my instincts. I'm trusting. And I think that's what hurts a lot of times is when, you know, things don't work out with somebody. And then you got to question your ability to make good decisions. I know that when you put the work in on yourself, you're going to put yourself in better positions to be successful. I know that much. You can't be afraid of the unknown. It's like a lot of people turn bitter or they turn cold when sometimes it's just a learning experience. Like you got to learn to not take things so personal. Stop taking things to heart. Like, yeah, shit happens. It sucks. It's all about what you put in. Like, what you put into the game is what you're going to get out of it. And it's really that simple. And like, once you understand that, there's no going back.